Oh, I'm so excited, YouTube. I've got my hands on the new Toyota Supra, so I'm going to take a look at that, but I don't really know anything about the car and I'm absolutely useless at doing reviews. Let's go. For more videos like this, then please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications. And if you do like this video, give me the thumbs up and don't forget to follow me on Fun to Drive Cars, where you'll get sneak peeks of upcoming videos. Here we go. So as I say, I've got my hands on the new the new Toyota Supra, which I spotted on the forecourt when I was bringing the Mustang Mach-E back to Ford. If you haven't seen that video, I'll stick a link up there for you to go watch that. That was quite an interesting review. So let's check this car out. So as always, let me just find out some information about this car on the interweb while you guys take a look at it. So here's something interesting. Apparently in the UK you can get a 2 litre or a 3 litre version of this car, and you can also get track versions of those two cars as well. Prices start at £46,000 for the 2 litre one and go up to over £54,000 for the 3 litre track version. So the model I have here is a 3 litre Pro version, and the only option you can get with this is the Essential Protection Pack, which basically gives you some mud flaps and a boot liner. It says on here this car is mainly a BMW Z4 with a few Toyota-ish changes to it. It looks quite Toyota-ish, doesn't it? So you know, this nice bit here and all the little bendy bits and curvy bits, and I think these bits here are extra on this one. You don't get them on the BMW, but there is a lot of BMW parts on this, and especially in the interior, which we'll see when we have a look in there later. As usual, I can hear you all shouting, but how fast is it, Phil? Well, Toyota have a claimed 0 to 60 on this car, ready for it, 4.1 seconds. That's pretty fast for a 3 litre. Now hopefully, if I get time, I've brought my draggy with me, so out on the road, I might give it the quick 0 to 60 and see what can get out the draggy. Let's take a closer look at the body styling of this Toyota. 19-inch wheels fitted with Michelin Pilot Super Sport tyres. I've got to say, these wheels are lovely. LED adaptive headlights. Still no idea what that means. A fog light built into the rear diffuser. Absolutely huge twin exhausts. This car also has a lot of fake vents. Fake, fake, and fake. Surely there's got to be a reason for all these fake vents. Let me Google it. Ah, interesting. Yes, these vents are fake, but apparently all the ducting is behind these vents. So if you want to turn this into a racetrack car, all you need to do is get the correct open vents, and all your ducting to cool the car down will be there. Very clever. Let's check out what's under here. Whoa, so this is a 3 litre twin scroll turbocharged engine which produces 335 brake horsepower. Wait a minute, what the hell is a twin scroll turbocharged engine? Let me check it out on the interweb. Ah, okay, so it says here that it is a single turbo, but it's got 2 channels in the exhaust part of the turbocharger, which apparently is way more efficient than having 2 single turbos. So all of this 335 brake horsepower is pushed to the back wheels only by an 8-speed automatic gearbox. No manual is available in this car. So in the engine bay you can actually spot the BMW logo in a few places. Here, here, and even on the underside of the bonnet here. This engine also gives a stated 34.4 miles to the gallon. But who cares on a car like this? You don't buy this type of car for your miles per gallon. I do like the shape of this car though. Apparently Toyota tried to replicate the shape of the 1967 Toyota 2000 GT. I'll stick a picture on one above the other and you can have a look, see if the shape is the same to you. So let's see what's available for the luggage space in the back of this car. What the hell? Interweb time. Apparently you can only get into this boot with either the key fob or using the button inside the car. So back on the interweb it says you've got 290 litres of storage in here, but you know what? That's not bad. I think you get 2 overnight cases in there quite easily. For a small sports car, quite impressed. Let's check out the interior. Inside we find a very nice Part Digital cluster panel and an 8.8-inch touchscreen for the main infotainment panel, which uses the BMW iDrive system. It's touch sensitive, but you can also control it while you're driving using the normal BMW iDrive control. Other interior features are full leather, electrically adjustable and heated seats, 12-speaker JBL sound system, adaptive cruise control, racing camera with guidelines, phone charging. As for storage, you get 2 cup holders here, you get a small little tray there, there's access straight through into the back of the car from there, so you could throw things straight into the back, which is good. Little cubby hole down here next to your phone, which is charging, and a very tiny door compartment there. You're not going to get much in there. So looking at all the switchgear in here, it is all basically ripped straight out of BMW, which is no bad thing because BMW is quality build anyway. I'll stick up a photo of the Supra interior next to the Z4 interior so you can kind of see the similarities between the two. So let's take it for a little drive, but as you probably know, I don't know much about cars, so this should be fun. Let's go. So the car reviews that I watch talk about all this technical babble which I don't really understand. I just like jumping in the car, seeing what the comfort's like, what's it like in a straight line, how does it sort of blast around the road, and is it nice to drive? I'm not going to take a car on a track, that's not me. I prefer auto to manual because I've got a little bit of a dodgy knee, so I'm not going to mess around with any manuals or slagging a car off because it's not available in manual mode. No, none of that. I basically just like to drive the car and see if I feel good in that car, and then if I do, I'll pass on any information to you guys. So how do I feel in this? Let me just adjust the seat for a start because I feel like I'm pretty high up at the back. Okay. I've got to admit, having driven the Mustang, this feels a little bit cramped to me. It seems pretty wide in here as well. I mean, this centre console is very wide for 2 people to fit in, but you don't feel cramped sideways. It just feels like a very low ceiling. I'm 6'1", and look, I mean, I can't even put my hand there. The roof is not a great height, and it's got that double bubble on the roof for aerodynamics, so they say, but I think it's so that you can get a little bit more headroom for tall people. Don't think this seat goes any lower down. Let me just try. Oh, it goes up. Oh, wait, hang on. Okay, so the seat's gone down. Right, I've got a little bit more room now. Still not great, but yeah, driving wise, it feels nice and solid. It doesn't, and everything seems, well, like a BMW. So I've had many BMWs in the past, and this, yeah, absolutely the same quality as a BMW. So it's good, solid. The centre console's real nice, carbon fibre effect down the middle here, and polished plastic on the edges, and paddings on the side, which is nice. I do like the dashboard. It's semi-digital, so you've got the digital part on it in the middle for the rev counter, but the numbers around the outside rev counter are actually solid. So yeah, it's definitely got active cruise control because you've got the little car with a marker to say what distance you are from the car in front. Oh, and the heads-up display, you can actually see your cruise control you've got set in there, and it's got that same distance marker in the heads-up display. Car in front's braking now, see if, yep, this is braking. It's gone down. I do like the heads-up, but you do have to focus on it. If I'm looking at the car in front, then I'm not focused on it, but it's only a matter of dropping your eye just a little bit. But you know, heads-up display is dropping your eye from there to there rather than down to your dashboard, which is to there, but is it worth it? I think if it was an expensive extra, I'd probably like, nah. If you move your head to the side as well, it kind of, you can see the edge of the heads-up display box. Just a bit strange, that. Right. So, oh, yay. She certainly kicks down. I think they're right about them twin scroll turbos. There didn't seem to be much lag at all there. So, okay, let's flip over to manual. And I'm going to turn on sports mode. So unfortunately the dashboard doesn't really change any colour when you engage sport mode. It just puts a very, very small little sport word on the dashboard, which you can hardly see. So I'm down to 50 miles an hour now. Let's kick down and see how she goes. To be honest, that was in 5th gear, that was rubbish. So I'm in 3rd gear at 4,000 revs at 40 miles an hour. Let's kick down and see where she goes now. Yeah, certainly kicks down very well. Okay, so I've got my draggy. I'm down the lane that I like. And down was good, it was 4.38. So I mean, that's not bad. You know, the manufacturer stated 4.1, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. It goes some though, it does really blast, you really feel it. But it's a small car, isn't it? So when you're giving it that type of speed and you're so low down, it feels so fast. So on the gearbox side, yeah, that 8-speed auto is smooth. You can't really feel it changing. Of course, with 8 gears and a BMW gearbox, which I'm assuming is a BMW. Don't know. Most of the cars BMW, so I assume it would be one. Sometimes the gear's just a little bit too high, I think. I mean, I'm in the sport now, but it's changing up just over 2,000 revs, which I thought is pretty early for sports mode. A little bit slow to kick down there a little bit. When she goes, she certainly goes. But I've had a couple of instances now when I've just pushed my foot a little bit further down and it hasn't really dropped to gear, it's just tried to go off and it was the wrong gear. But the ride quality is, yeah, you can feel a little bit of bouncing. I'm assuming the suspension is quite stiff being a sports car, but it's not like in the Porsche, which was very stiff and you could feel every little bump. This is fine. This would be a GT, so you could go quite a few miles in this and be very comfortable at the end of it, I would think. So in summary, what do I think of this? Well, I think Toyota have done a nice job with this car. I know the Supra purists probably won't like it, but it hasn't got the great big wing on the back. But the amount of safety features and technology in this car far outweighs it looking like an old Toyota Supra, which, to be honest, is a little bit dated for people like me. What Toyota have done with this car is really bring the Toyota Supra into the 21st century. So the real question is would I buy one? I think the answer is probably no. £54,000 is quite a lot to pay for what is essentially a small sports car. But this small sports car is not for me. So there we go, thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications and give me the big thumbs up if you really did like this video. Until the next time, stay safe.